We welcome to the show our special guest this morning, Reece MastiN. Good morning.
Good morning. How you going?
Great.
Top notch, mate.
Good. This is going to make a lot of people feel quite old this morning, isn't it?
You included.
Because I remember we interviewed you many times back in the day. 2011, it was a New Zealand #1 single. You won the X Factor, the third season, wasn't it? And you've just done 3 sold-out shows in Christchurch, and you're back and performing tomorrow in Auckland and Hamilton. It's wild.
Yeah, it's nuts. It does seem, when I flew in, because I haven't been back. I've been back for odd little bits and pieces, but not to play proper shows. So to come back the other day was nuts. I've missed it so much. I love it down there. It's just, I actually could move. No joke. I could
You
move.
and everyone else, though, we are the best country, huh? We're the best.
But then so many Kiwis go to Australia and we never see them again.
Well, they've got more money, but we're just sort of better at everything else.
Just nicest.
The
stuff.
money is where Australia's at.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Reece, how old were you when you won X Factor?
I turned 17 the day I won. Yeah.
I was such a loser achieving nothing at 17. That's massive.
Yeah.
What was it?
Different.
Was there anything like looking back on it now with, you look back on your time, don't you, with the hindsight and then maybe a bit of wisdom acquired with age? Is there anything you would have done different, or you like can look back and be happy with how it all went?
No, I would have done heaps different. Heaps completely. No, but it's hard. It's one of those things like to live in a little bit of retrospect. Like I've learned a lot from the mistakes that I made during that time. And I think there was a lot of, I don't know, not ill feelings about anything that went on, but probably just there was a lot of things that went on really early on that I wasn't in control of, that now being in control of what's going on with my career. I would have liked those options back then. And I probably would have ended up in a different place. But to be honest, like I'm stoked that I'm still here, 12 years later, being able to come back, play shows in New Zealand, being able to tour in Australia and still have a job as a musician. It's that for me is the blessing out of all of it. So if it means that the mistakes that I made, younger as a kid, has led me to still be here, then I'll take those mistakes. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, good man.
So what was it like in Christchurch when there's all this demand to see you? Was that just wild?
Well, we didn't know what to do. When we first put the shows, I had no idea. I knew I wanted to come back. I knew I wanted the 10-year anniversary tour to be in New Zealand because it was such a big tour for me over there when I was a kid. And it's hard over with you guys. Like the venues are very much like you've got a lot of smaller venues and then they're massive. And
Massive, yeah.
Let's not go to the massive venues just in case I look like a dickhead. Right, we'll go somewhere a little bit smaller. And then we were researching online. We found 12 Bar, which were an awesome venue. And one sold out in 24 hours, and then the second one in 48 hours, and then the third one, and we're like, yeah, right. This is good. Let's keep that.
It's good for the ego book in the small bars, is what we're hearing. The smaller place is better for the ego.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Good man.
Man, no, it was a good vibe. Like, it was cool to be back. And, for me, I'm 28 now. I'm 28, 29. And it's cool to come back and, see, through Australia, I've been able to see everybody throughout this whole time. And people have been growing up with me coming to the shows for the last 10 years. I see them all the time.
Yeah.
Come back to New Zealand and play to a crowd that I haven't seen for that long and see how much it's changed from back then, 10, 12 years ago. But then see everybody singing those same songs, but drunk. It's probably different. It was
interesting change.
It was nuts. It was so good. And we had an absolute ball. So yeah, we're really looking forward to. So we fly in tomorrow. So we're pumped. We can't wait to come back.
Speaking of getting older, Reece, because I feel like looking at you when you were first on the music scene, you and I shared a very similar aesthetic of the sort of emo vibes. You've got the fringe going, the ear stretches. How are your lobes now? Because most of my friends have had to have theirs sort of surgically puckered up.
I put it back in the other day. I don't miss them. I stuffed up. I went too big.
Yeah.
They're not attractive when you get older. They're like, I'm waiting until I get into my 30s and 40s. They'll probably start sagging a little bit.
But do you, like me, still have the emo soul in your spirit? You just you never leave it?
Yeah, we just we're writing the new set for next year, and I'm going through my playlist, and I'm like, I don't want to play you don't want to play Jimmy Barnes and all that stuff. I want to play something a little bit more modern, I call it. And My Chemical Romance came out the other day. And I'm like, oh, maybe we need to do a little bit of My Chemical Romance.
Yes,
Yeah.
Reece.
Isn't it sad to think, like, for me, I'm like, oh, this is like a vintage song. Like this.
Dude, yeah.
Song.
The young people at work are like, oh, it's nostalgia. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
It doesn't feel like 2 weeks ago to us older boys at all. No, not at all. Carwin, our producer, come on in.
yeah,
Because
she's a massive fan.
She was a. What were your fans called? What were
Little,
the
little Rockers back in the day.
Little Rockers, not the Mastinators.
Not the
No, not the
Mastinators.
Mastinators.
No. But here's Carwin, and she's what?
She was a big fan. What have you got?
Hello.
Hey, darling.
She's got some Merc, don't you?
Yeah, look, when I was about 12, you came to Hawke's Bay and I was 12, so all I could afford was this little rubber bracelet, but I still have it.
What does it say?
Reece Little Rockers.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh my-
cool. I
Thank
love
you
it.
so much. Wow. I will be front row on Saturday.
Yeah, she's excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. Bring the wristband.
Bring the rest. Oh, she is.
Oh, she will.
She is,
Certainly
yeah.
will. Absolutely, certainly.
Well,
Beauty.
Tuning Forks Saturday and then a late night show in Hamilton at the factory. Reece, MastiN, so good to talk to you. You're looking well. Enjoy your time in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I know that, a lot of fans are so happy that you're back.
Bless you guys. Thanks for having me on.
See you, Reece.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thanks so
mate. Really
much.
appreciate it.
Great show.